Book Introduction. Hip-hop has come a long way since its origins in the Bronx in the 1970s. From its humble beginnings as a way for marginalized communities to express themselves through music and dance, hip-hop has become a global phenomenon that encompasses not only music, but also fashion, art, and entrepreneurship. Despite the many successes that hip-hop has achieved, the industry is not without its challenges, including issues of sexism, racism, and exploitation. In this book, we will explore the concept of emotional leadership and how it can be applied to hip-hop business. Emotional leadership involves using emotions in a constructive way to inspire and motivate others, build relationships, and create a positive work environment. By developing emotional intelligence and resilience, hip-hop leaders can navigate the challenges of the industry with greater ease and effectiveness. Throughout the book, we will examine the history of hip-hop and its influence on emotional expression, as well as the importance of emotional intelligence in leadership. We will explore strategies for building emotional resilience, leading with empathy and compassion, and navigating conflict with emotional intelligence. We will also discuss the role of vulnerability and authenticity in hip-hop leadership, as well as the power of positive emotions for motivation and inspiration. Finally, we will apply these principles to real-life scenarios in the hip-hop business, including managing stress and burnout, dealing with difficult people and situations, and creating a positive emotional climate in the workplace. By the end of this book, readers will have a deeper understanding of emotional leadership and how it can be applied to the hip-hop industry to create a more positive, productive, and fulfilling work environment. Chapter 1: What is emotional leadership? Emotional leadership involves using emotions in a constructive way to inspire and motivate others, build relationships, and create a positive work environment. At its core, emotional leadership is about being aware of and managing one's own emotions, as well as understanding and responding to the emotions of others. It involves empathy, compassion, and authenticity, as well as the ability to navigate conflict and difficult conversations with emotional intelligence. Emotional leadership is particularly important in the hip-hop business, where relationships are key to success and where issues of sexism, racism, and exploitation are all too common. By using emotions in a constructive way, hip-hop leaders can create a more positive work environment and build stronger relationships with their colleagues, artists, and fans. To be an emotional leader, one must first develop emotional intelligence, which involves being aware of one's own emotions and the emotions of others, as well as being able to manage one's emotions effectively. Emotional intelligence is made up of 4 components: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Self-awareness involves understanding one's own emotions and how they affect thoughts and behavior. It is the foundation of emotional intelligence, as it enables leaders to recognize their own emotional triggers and patterns, and to respond to situations in a more thoughtful and intentional way. Self-management involves regulating one's emotions in a way that is appropriate for the situation at hand. It involves the ability to stay calm under pressure, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to manage stress and anxiety effectively. Social awareness involves understanding the emotions and needs of others, as well as the dynamics of social situations. It involves empathy, the ability to put oneself in someone else's shoes and understand their perspective. It also involves recognizing and responding to social cues, such as body language and tone of voice, and being able to navigate complex social situations effectively. Finally, relationship management involves using emotional intelligence to build and maintain positive relationships with others. It involves the ability to communicate effectively, to inspire and motivate others, and to navigate conflict and difficult conversations with emotional intelligence. It also involves building trust and rapport with others, and creating a positive work environment where everyone feels valued and respected. In the hip-hop business, emotional leadership is particularly important because of the unique challenges and opportunities of the industry. Hip-hop has historically been a platform for marginalized communities to express themselves and tell their stories, and emotional expression has been a key part of the genre since its inception. Hip-hop leaders must therefore be attuned to the emotional needs of their artists and fans, and be able to create a safe and supportive environment where everyone feels free to express themselves. At the same time, the hip-hop industry is not without its challenges, including issues of sexism, racism, and exploitation. Emotional leadership can help to address these issues by fostering a culture of empathy, compassion, and authenticity. By building positive relationships with artists, colleagues, and fans, hip-hop leaders can create a more inclusive and supportive work environment where everyone feels valued and respected. Overall, emotional leadership is an essential skill for success in the hip-hop business. By developing emotional intelligence and resilience, hip-hop leaders can navigate the challenges of the industry with greater ease and effectiveness, while building stronger relationships and creating a more positive work environment for everyone involved. Continue task. Chapter 2: The history of hip-hop and its influence on emotional expression. Hip-hop has its roots in the African American and Latino communities of the South Bronx in the 1970s. It was a response to the social and economic conditions of the time, including poverty, crime, and the decline of the city's infrastructure. Hip-hop was a way for young people to express themselves creatively and to assert their identity in a world that often marginalized and ignored them. From its earliest days, hip-hop was characterized by emotional expression. Rap lyrics often dealt with issues of social and political injustice, as well as personal struggles with poverty, violence, and discrimination. Hip-hop music was also characterized by its use of sampling, which allowed artists to incorporate a wide range of musical styles and genres into their work, from soul and funk to jazz and rock. As hip-hop grew in popularity, it became a global phenomenon, with artists from all over the world incorporating the genre into their music. Today, hip-hop is one of the most popular and influential genres of music in the world, with a massive fan base and a significant impact on popular culture. The emotional expression that has always been a part of hip-hop is one of the things that sets it apart from other genres of music. Hip-hop artists use their music to tell their stories, to express their emotions, and to connect with their fans on a deep and personal level. Hip-hop lyrics are often intensely personal, dealing with issues of identity, self-expression, and self-discovery. Hip-hop has also been characterized by its use of language and slang. Hip-hop artists have created their own unique vocabulary, which has become a part of popular culture. This language is often used to express emotions and to create a sense of identity and belonging among fans. Overall, the history of hip-hop is a testament to the power of emotional expression. From its earliest days, hip-hop has been a platform for marginalized communities to express themselves and tell their stories. It has given a voice to those who have been ignored and silenced, and it has created a sense of community and belonging among fans and artists alike. Chapter 3: The importance of emotional intelligence in leadership. Emotional intelligence is a critical skill for effective leadership in any industry, including the hip-hop business. Emotional intelligence involves being aware of one's own emotions and the emotions of others, as well as being able to manage one's emotions effectively. It also involves the ability to use emotions in a constructive way to inspire and motivate others, to build relationships, and to create a positive work environment. In the hip-hop industry, emotional intelligence is particularly important because of the unique challenges and opportunities of the industry. Hip-hop artists often come from marginalized communities and have experienced significant trauma and adversity in their lives. As a result, they may have complex emotional needs that require sensitive and compassionate leadership. Effective hip-hop leaders must be able to create a safe and supportive environment for their artists, where they feel free to express themselves creatively and emotionally. They must also be able to navigate the challenges of the industry, including issues of sexism, racism, and exploitation, with emotional intelligence and resilience. To develop emotional intelligence, hip-hop leaders must first develop self-awareness. They must be able to recognize their own emotional triggers and patterns, and to manage their emotions effectively in response to different situations. They must also be able to understand the emotions of others, and to respond to their needs with empathy and compassion. In addition to self-awareness, hip-hop leaders must also develop self-management skills. They must be able to regulate their emotions in a way that is appropriate for the situation at hand, and to manage stress and anxiety effectively. They must also be able to adapt to changing circumstances and to stay calm under pressure. Social awareness is also critical for effective. Continue task. Hip-hop leadership. Hip-hop leaders must be able to understand the emotions and needs of others, as well as the dynamics of social situations. They must be able to recognize and respond to social cues, such as body language and tone of voice, and to navigate complex social situations effectively. Finally, relationship management is essential for effective hip-hop leadership. Hip-hop leaders must be able to use emotional intelligence to build and maintain positive relationships with their artists, colleagues, and fans. This involves effective communication, the ability to inspire and motivate others, and the ability to navigate conflict and difficult conversations with emotional intelligence. It also involves building trust and rapport with others, and creating a positive work environment where everyone feels valued and respected. Overall, emotional intelligence is an essential skill for effective leadership in the hip-hop business. By developing self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management skills, hip-hop leaders can create a more positive and productive work environment while building stronger relationships with their artists and fans.